Hello and welcome to podcast 96. Hello, Meg. How are you? All right.
Hi, I'm good, thank you. This is very strange being on the other side.
I know. Welcome to your first one, isn't it? Well, it's our first one. I know.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, yes,
Very
welcome
exciting.
to podcast 96. If you do and watch during today or all the other Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, we do have our Facebook and YouTube channel. So remember to like and subscribe. But don't go anywhere because we've got some new channels coming up. We are also on TikTok and podcast 96 official on Instagram and TikTok. So there we go. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Give us a like, subscribe it. Chapow. Mega's very good on Instagram and TikTok. So do whatever you do.
Best.
Yes,
I'm not very techy, but I do try.
Yes, and also that we do support some fantastic charities and pages. Mental Health Foundation. So yes, we do support everyone who's struggling a bit or needs a bit of a push. Check it out. Also, we do have a great friend, Jack Griffin, who also got his Facebook page, Mental Health Matters and Support Talk Group. Check it out. We do have a link somewhere. I do think
Really
if not, we'll get it. Yes, really great friend, a really good page. He will be on at some point to talk about his page. But yeah, Meg, are you excited about today? We've got a really awesome guest on.
I am really excited about today, only because I have spent some time with this person, and just the stories that he has is insane. Like, honestly, he will never stop talking.
Yeah, oh, that's good then. So, I don't know, should we get him on?
Yeah, go on.
Go on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our guest for today. It's the one and only, it's Asa Mitchell.
Hi.
Way.
All right, Bab.
All good, thank you.
Hello.
Hello there.
I like the little party on there. There we go. Facebook, Boardmans Juice. Let's start about that. We've seen that come up. Explain what Boardmans Juice is. I've just seen it there.
Well, it's kind of like a team. It's like a team thing that we've been doing with the team here at Boardmans Sands. We kind of like it's just like the games that you kind of see on Celebrity Juice, but our own kind of version with our own little spin. And they do like challenges every week, like the post-show challenge. For this week's one was they had to create their own Good Morning TV show.
Oh, Bill.
So like that feature like a.
So how did you come up with the idea?
If I'm completely honest, I really don't know. Like people always ask me what kind of goes on in my head from a lot of the stuff that I come up with.
What else? And so, like, what else have you been doing apart from creating Boardmans Sands? Not Boardmans Sands. Your Boardmans Juice. What else have you done in your spare time? Like, is there anything else you've put together?
Kind of like I've been watching a lot of TV.
Nice.
And I've kind of like got back into my cooking as well. So it's like I used to do used to be a chef a while ago and like done quite a bit with that. I've kind of got back into that a bit more now, and like kind of developed a few new skills that I didn't know I had.
What have you been cooking then? Anything not like fancy?
I've kind of been. I've got a thing for Marmite at the moment.
Oh yes, good man. Yes, like it. Good.
I've been doing like loads of different recipes where you use Marmite.
All right.
So I've done a really nice cottage pie the other day using like Marmite in the kind of gravy mix and stuff like that.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, I'm kind of coming up with little recipes that I can do with it and so on.
Oh, mate, I'm coming around yours.
I love that.
I'm coming around yours now, mate. Where
yeah, I think we're all coming around yours.
Podcast reunion, Adams. Also, okay.
Yeah.
What else have you been watching? You mentioned you've been watching Netflix, any Amazon. What have you been watching, and what can you recommend to people who's got nothing else to watch? What do you recommend?
Most of the movies I've probably watched about like 3-4 times now because I'm just kind of running out of them. But yeah, I'm quite a bit partial to Jurassic Park and those kind of movies, and I watched all of those.
I have never watched it.
Oh, Meg. No. Oh.
How have you not?
Don't tell Andy that. He might kick you off.
Well,
Oh,
it's just
God.
never been something that I've watched. It's never come up. Like I don't know. I've just never watched it.
Oh, Adam, what's your favourite Jurassic Park? Or do you like them all? Or is there like a specific one you like?
I think I prefer, like, you can't beat the original.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
although like they've kind of gone wonders with all the new technology and stuff like that in the newer ones. Like, you can't beat an original.
No, my favourite bit is which one is it where the bloke hides in the toilet and the T-Rex just eats him on the toilet? Is that one? That is a part of the scene.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's just some bloke who hides in. Runs away from a T-Rex from a car.
That one, like in a Portaloo, wasn't it?
Yeah. I'm just like, what? Oh,
No.
what else? So Jurassic Park. Is there anything else you recommend watching, or to people out there? Or is it just Jurassic Park? Big fan.
Yeah,
Just
big
watch
fan
it.
of Jurassic Park, and I've kind of been watching a lot of the like Avengers and Spider-Man and stuff like that.
Oh, it's a bit of a superhero Marvel. Was it?
Yeah.
Superman's not Marvel, is he? He's DC.
I had like a superhero
DC.
fest the other day and just literally watched back to back.
Oh, so okay. If you were a superhero, then what would your thing be? What would you be your? Oh, Meg. You Meg?
You carry on.
Okay, I was going to ask, what would your superhero be? Would you have powers? What would be your skills?
Ooh.
Tough.
Oh, you've got me thinking now. I've got
Oh,
asked this question. I'm trying to remember what the answer was. I want to say is like everything that I touch turned to cakes or something like that.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good power.
Yeah, like if you ever you've got a party, like if you've gone to a party and like the cake, like they haven't been able to get a hold of a birthday cake, you could just kind of go like you could have a pillow there like this, and you could just touch it like that, and it turned into a birthday cake.
More reasons to go move with Adam. We've got Paddy Bennett saying hello. Charles says there he is. We've got Hughes, no Marmite in our Megs. Oh, in our Meg.
I love
Woodhouse says hi, Adam.
Hi.
Oh, wow. So you mentioned in the group chat. Oh, there we go. That's it. I just think it's the best.
I can't believe that was an actual thing.
Yeah. There we go. Hannah Marie says hello. Okay, so obviously entertainment manager at Broadmans Sands this year. How are you finding it? Well, before this whole shiz happened.
We didn't really kind of have a chance to get started. Yeah. It's like obviously we were on the later side of the rehearsals. So we were only open for something like 4 days before the whole place got shut down. It was just unfortunate. There was just one show that we tried like several times to get on stage, and it just didn't happen.
Oh, bless you. Oh no. So what apart from like entertainment, how did you get into it? What was your inspiration to get into it?
Well, it was quite a few years ago. Like we used to go on holiday with Haven and Park Resorts, like many years ago, and I entered in a talent show. And at the time, I got through to the part finals of that. And the entertainment manager at the time asked me if I'd be interested in having like an interview to become an entertainer, and I kind of went from there, really.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, and then when did you decide you were going to apply? When did you think, well, that's it, I'm getting on it? When did you really think, here we go, game time?
Obviously, like as I said before, I went into catering for a bit, and the woman that I worked for at the time, she really put me off it. So I kind of thought now's the time to kind of think of a different career change, and I kind of I thought like the adverts came through about them looking for people, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, now's the time.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so what did you do before entertainment then? Because have you done anything hobby-wise or the jobs before?
Like I've done loads. I went into I went into Caitlyn College as soon as I finished school. and then went into running like a catering franchise. Like when I came out of catering, like when I came out of catering, I had like loads of offers. Like some of the people that I worked with went on to go and work at, I think it was one of the big rugby clubs up north. I want to say Twickenham or something like that.
Okay. So there's loads. Yes.
Yeah, and like one of the ones that I got offered a place working in a hotel out in Switzerland.
Oh wow! Okay, so restaurateur.
Yeah, at the kind of time I wasn't ready to kind of do that kind of thing and move abroad and so on. I wanted to kind of stay closer to home and kind of work on things from there.
Oh, and I know you mentioned before you a counsellor or something. Also, Meg's popped off just quickly to sort of a technical issue, but she will be back. Just to let you all know that. Adam, yes, but
I kind of went into like I don't even know what kind of tempted me to go into it. Like they started doing like the local elections for the council, and like I used to work in the local supermarket at the time. And
hi, Megan. Megan's back.
Hello.
Good. You carrying on about being the councillor or something. Oh, Jason Mark has put Twickenham is in London, Adam.
Oh, so it's probably more south then. Yeah.
Sam.
I was never that good at geography.
Me neither, babe. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I went into like working on the parish council. It was like kind of like a voluntary thing, but you had to be like had to be elected by the local council, like by the local people more than anything. And like I think this was back in like 2008, just before I started. Just before I started working on the holiday parks. So I kind of I think it's like I got onto the council by something like 153 votes, and used like the meetings used to have to go and decide on like housing applications, like people that are wanting to like do building on sites around the village, and like we were in charge of running like the local lands and stuff like that. It's quite an interesting kind of thing to be part of. Like at the time I was, well, even now I was like when I was elected on, I was like 21 at the time, and I still currently hold the record for being the youngest person ever elected onto the local council.
Oh, and Chantel Bridges.
Oh,
hi.
No.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so actually, before you went off, asked about Adam, what he'd been doing. He said about being a young councillor in his local parish. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And also doing chefing stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
Love that.
Yeah.
So do you still do like any council stuff now, or do you not do that anymore?
No. I kind of done it for about 2-3 years, so I carried on doing it whilst I was working on holiday parks. But like it was getting more and more difficult because I had to come back for a certain amount of meetings each year. And it's like at the time I was working down in Devon, so trying to get from Devon to Kent a nightmare. So I eventually kind of had to give it up because it just wasn't working out, and like it was getting more and more difficult to travel back for the meetings, and I wasn't making it back for enough of the meetings for the year.
Oh, okay.
Would it be something that you continue to do after entertainment? So like, would you go back into it?
Possibly, yeah, but at the moment I've got no kind of intention of dropping off entertainment anytime soon, so it'd be a while yet before I kind of think of anything like that.
Good.
Amazing.
So you were sort of like, obviously, how long have you been in entertainment now, roughly?
So this is my 11th year. Is it 11th year? Yeah, 11th year now. Oh,
right, okay. And has it always been? Oh, look, that was last year, wasn't it?
Oh,
not last year, the year before.
How cute.
But if you can hear me, isn't it? I'm screwing up. Oh.
Yeah, we kind of had. No, he's gone. It's all right. Carry on.
We kind of had to. Obviously, you saw Charlotte, who was on our team, as a blow-up doll. but like she couldn't make it to the
Yeah.
actual event, so we can't. So that she was there with us, we decided to get like a blow-up doll and put her face on it and dress it up in the old lederhosen and everything.
Do you know what? I do remember walking into that staff party thinking, what is he carrying? Like, what have they got? What is going on? And then it wasn't until I saw her face on the front and I was like, oh, it makes sense now. At first, I'm not going to lie, I just thought you were walking in with a blow-up doll.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise anyone.
I just thought it was a bit weird. True. Matty says, loving your work, Adam.
I love your work,
so,
Harris.
Adam, with being in entertainment for about 11 years, what has been the highlight of your span in entertainment so far?
It's kind of the people that you meet and the people that you get to work with. Like, I've worked in like many areas of the country. Like I've done 2 seasons down in Devon. I've worked in Kent for a season, Carmarthen Bay in Wales, Naze Marine in Essex, Nose Point in the Isle of Wight, Lakeside, Birchington and Broadland. So you kind of get some.
You've been all over then, haven't you?
Yeah, so you get to see some really nice places. Like I think out of all of them, like one of the greatest things that I've done was like my first season as manager when I changed from Park Resorts to Park Holidays UK. My first season, I won Entertainment Manager of the Year, and to kind of go from one company where I wasn't getting anywhere as like the highest I was kind of getting with them was being an assistant manager, and I wasn't like with that company. I kind of got as far as I could with them, and it was time to kind of move on to a different thing, and then to kind of go from that to then my first year with a new company, with a company that doesn't even know me, kind of working my way up and trying to get myself known again. Like to get Entertainment Manager of the Year the first year was amazing.
Oh, well done. But when did you get Entertainment
Manager? That's a massive achievement.
So when
that is a massive achievement.
I was wondering, when did you get Entertainment Manager of the Year? When was that? So my signal went after come back on. When did you?
That was 2016 when I was at Lakeside.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice park. Yeah. So, it's someone who wanted to be in the entertainment industry, like really, like goes on holiday like yourself. So I think all entertainers went on holiday and realised they want to piss off that action. What would you recommend, like for your experience? How would you pass on your knowledge to get into the industry? Or
like the main thing I'd say to people is obviously like me, when I've seen it from a holiday point of view, a lot of people kind of think, oh yeah, that looks like a really fun job to do. I'd really like to do that. But when it comes to it, they don't realise how much background work there is actually to it. It's not all this kind of show and glamour of being on stage and doing stuff. There's a lot of stuff that kind of goes on backstage, like during the days, like preparation for the shows and stuff like that. It's a lot harder than what people think it is.
Yeah, honestly, like you guys, you both are on Show Park, so must be a different kettle of fish. I mean,
yeah, like even for us, like big round of applause to like the people that are working on the smaller parks. Like obviously, when I worked at Lakeside,
100%,
that was a smaller park myself. So like you kind of get like. I understand how difficult it is for like the smaller parks at times just to kind of fill a night. So to kind of like come up with the ideas that you guys do come up with is amazing.
I think that's what we've got. Clee May says it's definitely the people you meet miss you guys. Oh, we've got a question from Matt Harris. Do you drive? ? If you on, I'm dyslexic, so here we go. If you drive, if you are not planning finish it off, Meg. Yes. Thank you, Meg. Save your skin.
Okay. Do you drive? If not, are you planning to, or have you tried?
The only kind of driving that I do is probably driving people mad. I haven't actually taken. Like, I have thought about kind of looking into driving, but it's something that I've never kind of been in a rush to do.
All right. Oh,
it's the same with me.
We've got a message from Sir Ryan Higgins. One team, one dream.
Yes.
There we go. Oh, fantastic.
100%.
Yeah, I think that's what I like about this. The company we work for is we're one huge team, aren't we? And even for this time, we are still supporting each other, like through things on social media. We're still keeping that close connection, and What would you say? Have you got any highlights or from your experience with this company as well as the other ones, which we don't want to swear mention?
Yeah, like my main highlights is like obviously like I've worked with several people that have kind of moved on to other teams now as well. It's kind of nice to see them grow within the company as well. Obviously like Shannon, who was on my team last year, she's now kind of gone up to being assistant manager at Birchington this year, and and to kind of see how much people have grown through the season. Like Liam Pooley was on my team, like not last year before. He's now entertainment manager at the park last year. So it's kind of like, it's amazing to see. Like with the other company, like back then when we used to do like our training seminars, they had like we used to do like evenings, like how to run evening entertainment and stuff like that. So like we had a whole week of like, it's basically the same as what we do at our training, but on a like, because it's a bigger company and they kind of have the money to spend to kind of do the extra stuff like that. They can't, like, it's a bigger thing, so they kind of do in the evenings. They show you how to run how a night runs, and each like they had set show teams that used to perform the shows and stuff like that. So the whole company got to see what the shows looked like before they actually done it themselves.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was on one of the show teams one year, and it's the most amazing experience to kind of, even like Matt Harris, who was on earlier, like who was commenting earlier, he's done it before as well, and will probably agree. Like it's one of the most nerve-wracking things that I've ever done in my life. Like having to kind of perform a show in front of like hundreds of entertainers and showing them how it should be done. But at the same time, it's the most amazing feeling, because like backstage you can hear people chanting your name and stuff like that. It's an amazing feeling and an amazing thing to be part of.
Oh, okay, Paddy Bennett, great question. Where has been your favourite place to work, geographically speaking?
Ooh.
Kiss.
Geographically. That is an interesting one. I've got there are several places that I have worked that I've liked working at, but I think out of all of them, like my most favourite one to work at was Lakeside, because I had a great team there, and like the area was amazing and the people were amazing there as well. And obviously, Birchington was another one as well. It's pretty close between those two.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Now, Meg did mention in the introduction, you've got many stories. Can we have a few? Obviously, it's a Sunday.
Adam.
Megan, take it. Go
on. Please, can you inform everybody about door handles in caravans, please? Because I think it's really important that everybody knows this information.
Everyone needs to have door handle safety, obviously. Now, obviously, door handles come at certain heights. Some are lower than others, some are higher than others, some are open in different ways as well. Like, I've obviously lived in many different standards of accommodations, and the doors and door handles have worked in many different ways. Some open up like that, and kind of, like some of them go like that. Some of them go. I'm awful with cameras. Some of them go like that.
That's done, yeah.
Yep. So some of them go like that. Some of them go like that. But they all open the same way. It's just kind of, you got to work out which is best for you, really.
And how did you find this information out, Adam?
It was when we were doing one of the shows at training. You had to open the door. Open the door, and I just wasn't very good at it. Like I think it kind of looked like I was opening the door for Alice when she's really small in Wonderland, and yeah.
Can I just say, for people that don't know, Adam finds crazy things out and then shares them with everybody, but he has to demonstrate things every time. So when I found this out, you were at my caravan, weren't you, Adam? We were having a gathering, shall we say?
Yes.
We're having a tea party. Literally made the whole caravan. Yeah, we were having a tea party, and he made the whole caravan silent. Everybody in that caravan had to be silent while he explained that the door handles in the caravan go up as well as down.
Is it they open to push down to open, and to lock it you have to pull them up, or do they open?
It doesn't matter. You can open it.
No, I'm interested in this door handle business.
It's kind of like they've put the doors on upside down.
Oh, is it and Andy, our backstage bloke, our producer, has put, "What's your favourite ice cream?"
Oh, favourite ice cream. I really like the mint chocolate chip ones.
Oh.
Yeah, mint chocolate chip.
How
And
cute.
funny, talking about Magnum, when I used to really like the Magnum double caramel.
Didn't know. Right.
I used to eat them all the time.
Oh, okay. We got another one from Liam Matthew Dobshire. I remember he remembers you telling him that when you first met Liam Matthew Derbyshire. Remember?
Yeah, Liam was there as well at the tea party.
Yeah.
A gathering of 2 meters distance because of promoting #safety.
Oh, this was back before the CV came out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
What other stories do you have then? Because I'm intrigued now. Because that story's good. I can tell you're one of those outrageous people who have many stories. Obviously, it's Sunday and people are at rest. He's trying to work out the filter now. That the filter's.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got any kind of.
Which ones can he tell and which ones can't he?
Well, I can't say one. I don't know if I can.
Okay.
The hamster one, probably no.
The hamster
no.
one?
No, probably not the hamster one.
No.
No. But how about, why don't you tell us a story about have there been any accidents or anything that's happened to you where you've been on stage and you've fallen over, or you have got your trousers on a quick change in time, like those sorts of things? Have you got any of those stories?
Oh yeah, I'm actually quite an accident-prone person. I think both times I've kind of every now and then my knee's prone to dislocating.
Oh.
So usually when we do shows and stuff like that, I kind of have to have a knee support on to kind of keep it all in place. But this one time I was doing an afternoon session of party dances, and we must have got 4 dances in, and it was rice and curry. Because I always remember what party dance it was. When you're spinning around.
Oh no!
Yes.
I've actually got a thing called a gravitational pull. I'm like a planet. I've got my own gravitational kind of pull, and when I go round, every now and then my body will go a different way to my legs, and it happened on this day. Knee popped out. I dropped to the floor. Had to kind of because it was all teenagers as well, so they were absolutely wetting themselves because it looked like I'd fallen over, but I'd actually really badly injured myself, and I just kind of had to roll myself underneath the curtain and kind of drag myself across and drag myself across the floor and kind of go, well, that brings us to the end of today's party.
A question from Jordan. When did you realise that you wanted to pursue entertainment as a life career? You wanted to make entertainment your career? It didn't come up, but I saw it in the live comments from Jordan.
Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know really. Obviously, I'd done my first few years, and I kind of realised that I really enjoyed it, and then I kind of thought to myself that obviously if I'm going to stay doing this, I can't just stay at the kind of entertainment level. If I wanted to carry on doing it, I need to start working my way up. So I kind of start when I was working with the company that shan't be named.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although I could mention them now because they don't actually technically any longer exist. But yeah, because they've merged.
True.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to work for them before the merge. So we used to do they came up with this this program. It's kind of like a full proper qualification that they came up with. and you trained up as an assistant manager and kind of worked your way up. So I've done that for about 3 years with the company. So yeah, that's kind of what got me into kind of working my way up and so on.
Awesome. Paddy Bennett asked, if you could meet anyone from history, who would it be and why?
Good question, Paddy.
Dead or alive?
Wanted. Dead. Sorry.
I was just trying to do that.
I reckon Whitney Houston, because like she's like a phenomenal performer, and I think I think she'd be quite a fun person to be around.
All right.
Alive though, I would love to go on a night out with Keith Lemon.
Why Keith Lemon? Is there any reason why Keith Lemon?
Like, I just think he's hilarious. Like obviously, like the inspiration behind the Boardmans Juice that we do is like it's a celebrity juice game show. So I'd like to just kind of go out and kind of pick his brains for ideas and.
Okay. From Julie Hughes, what's your dream job? What's your dream job? Okay, what's your dream job? From Julie Hughes, and then she also asked, who would you like to share a stage? Yes, I said yes.
Oh, so my dream job from here on, obviously, like I don't know, because this is kind of like this is my dream job. Like it's the ideal kind of job for me. It suits my personality, and I really at the moment couldn't see myself doing anything else. So already, like as I say, I'm already in my dream kind of job. Who would I like to share the stage with? Obviously, the lovely Megan Hughes.
Oh,
thank you. You don't have to lie. I'll pay you later.
No, I reckon we'll perform great on stage.
I think we'd be brilliant on stage, you know.
Yeah, I reckon we'd have a right laugh, especially game shows and Crazy Crew would be amazing.
Oh, God forbid, that'd be hilarious.
100%.
Is there anyone you idolise? Do you have an idol, someone who's idolised you, or you sort of look up to and think, one piece of that? Is there anyone you aspire not to be, obviously, but you've learned from, or you've taken things from someone famous or someone you know, or
no, not that I can think of. No, but not in Whitney.
Just go. Okay.
No, I'd like in a way.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. No, I don't. That's
so. There was a question that I was asked last week when I was on it,
right.
And it.
Hi, Jodie.
I didn't really know how to answer it. Hi, Jodie. How are you? I didn't really know exactly how to answer the question. I wasn't sure. When you've been in entertainment, have you had any like? I don't want to use the word weird, but yeah, I'm gonna use it. Have you had any like weird present or people that like to sort of send you a lot of messages, that sort of thing? Have you ever had that from guests?
No, if I'm honest.
Have you not?
No.
Oh. So everyone,
no, I have.
Oh, is this a story, Adam?
Hell.
Yeah, I have. I can't remember the person's name, but one of the parks I used to work at, they used to come on holiday every year, and his mum would always come up to me and go, "Oh, do you remember me?" And I was like, "Yeah." Obviously, you can't. Obviously, you see that many people coming in and out of the places. There's certain people that you can remember and certain people you can't. And on this occasion, it wasn't.
Yeah, we've all been there.
But I recognised her son, and she's she came in and she's gone, yeah, do you remember me? And I said no, but I kind of remember your son, and that they used to come on holiday every time, and it started becoming an annual thing, and every time they come, she'd try and set me up with her son, and they'd come in and buy me drinks all night, and
No.
Yeah.
That's how you broke your leg. You didn't even. You weren't. Oh.
No, that was a different part. Oh, I've just remembered another funny accident that I had as well.
Go on, Karen.
Oh, go on, tell.
You know, like one of the there's another hospital dash as well on one of the parks. It was literally just before we were going on to do a show as well. We'd literally just popped out the back to get some fresh air, and you know, on the front of caravans they've got the bar the tow bar, thing that they kind of moved the caravans with. Yeah. Completely dark. Did not see this tow bar. God, straight over the top of it. Like big old bruise and lump come up on my leg, and literally it was like we were like 2 minutes away from going on and doing a show, so I've had to kind of limp myself onto the stage, get through the show, came off, and then they took me straight to the hospital.
Oh no! Is there any shows you'd like to be in? Is there a show you'd like to be in? Is there any shows you want to be in, like be seen or on the same stage?
No, I think I'm one of those few entertainers that isn't a big musicals fan.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I'm not a big. I like all the kind of musical movies like Lion King and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a big musicals follower myself.
Oh, why is that? Is it just?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's never something that's kind of like. I love Eurovision, and I'm like really excited that there's a movie about it coming out on Netflix.
What?
Yeah,
oh, no.
there's a Eurovision movie coming out on Netflix end of this month.
That's my weekend sorted. Yes. Okay, so if you weren't to, obviously, what else do you like doing? Like, any interests or hobbies? Obviously like musicals.
I love cooking. Yeah. In fact, on Monday I'm having a big old baking day. I'm making like Victoria sponges. Because I'm
Can
still
you
on
send some my way, please?
Yeah.
I will do my best, but they'll probably be a bit stale by the time they get there.
Tinfoil.
Yeah.
Pigeon post.
So like the sales team and everything will be quite happy because I have a few things to munch on through the day. Making caramel shortbread. Proper good baking day.
Favourite.
And have you found?
I've developed new skills as well. Like,
I
kind of developed. I've realised that I'm actually a triple threat now. Just saying. Obviously, we do the old entertaining. I can cook, and I've recently found out that I can cut my own hair.
Oh,
congratulations! Well done.
Yeah. Like the third, I've done it twice. The first time I ended up with a few bald patches at the back of my head, but luckily nobody kind of saw that. But the second time didn't come out bad at all. So I've kind of I'm not too. I've actually done a better job. I've done a better job than some of the hairdressers that I've been to.
Yeah, I make sausage rolls. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind. I mean, I've not made them in ages, but I can do them. But it's just the sausage meat, or do you get sausage meat, or do you get sausages, take the skin off, and then put it together, and then it's a different thing. Do you like baking? Do you like making those sort of pastries?
I'm more into baking cakes myself. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! And will there be any other skills you want to learn in the future, or should I go at a time? Is there any other skills like was it crocheting, the knitting thing?
I'll be no good at knitting.
Crocheting.
Is that sport crocheting, or is that actually a knitting thing? I don't know. I want to Google this.
Well, crocheting and knitting are like two different things, aren't they?
Isn't crocheting like a kind of sewing kind of thing?
Oh.
Knitting and crocheting are different. Are they not?
This is going to be a debate. It's going to be I feel like a debate going well, Phil. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so Adam.
Yes.
Big question. Do you have any funny jokes? Because sometimes we like hearing jokes. Do you have any jokes that you share with people, but you don't really share on the stage because of. But there's a few jokes you. Yeah. Here we go. Here's the filter working again. Here it is. TikTok. No, go.
There's one the other day that I heard. I can't remember what it was. I know, like, what's green and goes backwards?
I don't know. What is green and goes backwards? Oh no! Oh,
Crochet, one knitting, two needles, both wool. Oh, okay. So crocheting is one hook with wool, and knitting is two needles with wool. Not that I have any idea what that means, but
thank you very much, Julie Hughes. You saved it there. Adam, what I'm interested on your wall. You've got a few like t-shirts with the madam, and then
there's Adam the Madam. I've got like several of them. Like most years that I've worked on holiday parks, I've got we've had t-shirts made. So I've got like a collection of different t-shirts. I've kind of stopped doing it now. I haven't got any for the last few years, but each year I kind of have a t-shirt.
Do you have nicknames within your teams?
Not at the moment. We have done before on some of the teams that I worked on. Like my nickname used to be Adam the Madam.
And why is that, Adam? Is there any reason for that?
Well, just because I was like, there was times where I could be quite stroppy, and they used to tell me I was a bit of a madam. So
Never.
It's like the Yorkie advert. Oh, you're a madam. There we go.
Yeah.
Gibson. So yes, Adam, because you should have nicknames. What would mine and Megan's nickname be? Do you think we could have nicknames? Do you think?
Ooh, which one?
Oh, you got me thinking now.
I'm ready.
Oh, you've got me on the spot now. If I had a bit of time, I could probably think of them.
All right.
Yeah. Ooh.
Another one then.
Come on, quick, on the spot, quick fire.
Go. Come on.
Meg the Smeg. I'm trying to think of something that rhymes with Phil. Phil the Pill.
Yeah. All right. I'm a pill. Okay. How about here's one for you? Can you give a list of all the people you've worked with using their nicknames? And if you're watching, see if you recognise if it's you.
Oh God. There's Stinker. That was Stinker. Then there was Geronimo Jade. Then there was there's one that I can't there's one that I can't say because it's got a word in it. Then there's the Three Little Pigs. And they used to call there's the Three Little Pigs, and I used to be called Lulabelle. Hence how my hamster got the name Lady Lulabelle.
Oh, I've just realised you mentioned it before. Who won the lottery recently, or in your family?
Yes, a few years ago, my mum had a bit of a cheeky win on the lottery of £100,000.
Oh wow!
No.
Yeah, like it's a few years ago now. I think a lot of the money's been spent, but there's really good story behind it. She used to work in the supermarket, and every year the manager of the shop used to get everyone scratch cards, and they used to put them in a Christmas card for them, and she got it in a Christmas card from her boss. Took it home. My dad's usually quite lucky on stuff like that. Scratched it off and had a cheeky little £100,000 on it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, me and my mum.
No, I've never won more than 20 quid.
Yeah,
I don't have 20 quid.
always remember it. Like my because I was quite young at the time as well. Like me and my sisters were staying at my nan and granddad's, and they phoned us up and like, "Oh yeah, we've won £100,000 on the scratch card." And I was like, "Yeah." We went on holiday to Butlins, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, had a like
Oh, who's that, Adam? Oh, can we get that? Can we get that, Andy? There we go. Oh, we got a lucky winner there.
It's just a picture of winners.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know them people.
You changed them. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we went on holiday to Butlins and stuff like that. Like, even considering like it wasn't like £1 million and stuff like that. But my mum used to get like constant phone calls from like local magazines and stuff like that, and like. Like they got a little bit stupid with it. Like we went on our holiday to Butlins, and we came back, and there were like people from the newspapers sat on the doorstep waiting to try and get an interview from me mum.
Andy's asked, did you get a whole publicity shoot like that photo? Did you do a famous photo of when you get the champagne, or was it only?
No, we just kind of went there, picked up the check, and went home, really.
Oh, was it actually cash then?
No. With the bigger wins, you actually have to go to the actual place, like the National Lottery headquarters, to go and pick up the check. Because with that volume of money, they don't like to send the money out in the post.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. If you were to win the money again, I also said, hi, Adam. What would you spend the money on? What would you sort of? If you won the millions, what would you go for?
Firstly, I'll pay off everything that I owe.
Pay people off. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Stop phoning me now. I've had enough. I'll probably like take my mum and dad on holiday and along with family and that. Kind of make sure that they're looked after and spend a little bit of money pampering myself, really.
Oh, okay. So obviously, I've got Jodie Price asking a great question. What is your favourite show this year?
Favourite show this year is 100% back to the 80s.
Yes. Megan as well? What did favourite show? Obviously, both Show Park
it's
team
got
players.
Back to the 80s.
Yeah. Like it's got one of my most favourite singers in it as well. I used to be a big fan of back in the days when Kylie and Jason used to do their duets.
Oh yeah.
So
like
Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan were like the first albums that I ever bought as a child. So yeah.
Oh, little cutie.
I do love that show. It's a very, very good show.
Yeah, because Paul Michaels, who run shows the rock show, what's it called? Born to be Wild. That was incredible, like the music and how the moves work. And then we watched Broadmans Sense? No, the one in Kent. I don't know.
Bertrand Vale.
We watched the 80s show. Yeah. We just watched the show then. It was incredible, the 80s show, and it was just awesome. So signal's going again. I think it's going. Yeah. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay. So also, everybody, just let you all know, if you have enjoyed our podcast today so far, we are on Facebook, YouTube. So please like and subscribe to those pages. As well as that, we are on TikTok and Instagram at Podcast96Official. There we go. So search them out, give us a like, follow. We've got loads of content coming up. As well as this, we are doing a competition now. So we're at 400 likes. We're going to do a raffle, and we're going to give away a beautiful prize, whatever that might be. Adam. So, obviously, a bit of down to one. Obviously, you think people might be feeling a bit down at the moment or need something to do. What would you say to people who are feeling a bit lost and need something to do? How have you been keeping positive in this current climate?
Like I've been doing a lot of stuff. Obviously, like I've said, I've been doing a lot of stuff with my team. I've spent a lot of every week we have a like a family kind of like a Facebook meeting and like kind of do some games, do a quiz, and part of the quiz today, I get to find out whether I'm having a new niece or nephew.
Oh well, congratulations,
so
Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. Oh, Kristen, what has been the highlight of your career, Mr. Mitchell? ? With no kiss.
Well, highlight of my career, again, like obviously, like over the especially joining this company, I've like won quite a few awards. Like last year, we won Entertainment Team of the Year. That was quite a big highlight. And then obviously Entertainment Manager of the Year in 2016, as I said earlier, and kind of just like the people that I've worked with as well, because obviously I wouldn't have kind of got to where I am now without the amazing people that I've managed to work with through the seasons.
Yeah, definitely. So overall, with entertainment and everything that you've done throughout your span, so that's being part of the council and everything like that, what has been like the top thing that you've done overall out of everything you've ever done? What has been like the top thing where you turned around and you were like, do you know what, I'm really proud of that moment?
This job, like everything about this job, like as I said, kind of like with the teams that I work with, seeing how much people have grown. Obviously, like no matter. If you get to a point in a job where you think you know everything, it's I'm a true believer that it's not the kind of job for you anymore, because jobs are all about learning, and like you work with different people. Like I've worked with different, like a whole kind of different range of people through the seasons, and you kind of learn to adapt and so on. And yeah, you never stop learning doing this job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, Julia Hughes, what is a skill you wish you had? Ellipsis.
Oh,
3 dot things. I remember that word.
What kind of skills?
So Adam, from Julia Hughes, what skill do you wish you had?
The one skill I probably think I'd like to have is obviously like I'm a fairly good singer, but I kind of lack on the dancing side. So I think I'd probably like to be a better dancer.
I'll teach you.
Then, like I said, there we go.
Yeah.
Megan gets cakes. Adam learned how to dance. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dance the cakes off. Yeah, happy days. Bit of exercising.
Everyone's a winner. I might try this.
Yeah.
I've got to learn how to dance and sing. I'm right over. I mean, I'll bring cakes. I'll bring my sausage rolls.
We could come up with a dance called the sausage roll.
Oh yes, we would. Oh, okay, Victoria. Favorite song to start your cabaret with?
Ooh. Favorite song to start my cabaret with? I've kind of, it's really bad. I've kind of had the same cabaret set pretty much for the last 7 years. I think the most up-to-date song I've got in it is Bruno Mars' The Lazy Song. And yeah, I've got like a kind of a summer medley that I like to start with. It's kind of got like Feeling Hot, 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 Best Days of Our Lives. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of like a few of those songs in it. So yeah,
so is your cabaret? Sorry.
Something more upbeat rather than you kind of set the style for the show. Because if you start with something slow, they kind of lose interest right at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is your podcast it feels like all the songs you just mentioned, quite a summer vibe, quite a really positive summer vibe cabaret.
Yeah, I've got a mixture of stuff. I've got like 2 that I do. I've got my own. I've got my own one. I've also got like a tribute to a group called the Baseballs, which kind of do like all up to date kind of songs in 50s rock and roll.
Okay.
That sounds, I love that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I do a quiz with it as well, so they can't. So like I do the songs and they have to guess who the original artists are.
Oh, it's just like a rock the room type of.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds brilliant. Okay. So is there any words of wisdom? Like, is there like a one phrase that you live by? Is there a funny phrase you live with? Like you live your life on a bit, or?
No, not I can think of. There's like many phrases that I kind of live my life on, but like kind of don't be too serious.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or never take yourself too seriously. Just as long as you like love yourself, love what you're doing. Happy days.
100%.
Oh, fantastic! So we're getting that time again, but like I said, I'm just going to plug off. Oh, there we go. There's the boys there. Is that the?
Yeah,
the beach balls. Are they? Oh, baseball, not beach balls. No, oh wow, that's not being dyslexic. It's great because you literally hear the thing. Yeah, say it again. No, beach balls. I'm gonna say there's a band called the Beach Balls. If not, I'm gonna create a boy band called the Beach Balls. Can you imagine that? So, like I said, before we go, we are on Facebook, obviously YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Instagram and TikTok is official podcast 96. So please subscribe to those pages, as well as that YouTube and Facebook. There we go. 10 more likes or 100. Yes. So if we hit 400, we're going to do a raffle, and one of you watching, subscribed and liked, obviously, will win a prize. So you've got to be in it to win it. Obviously, yeah. So Adam, is there anything to look forward to? Are you looking forward to anything coming up? Have you got anything? Obviously today, yes. You've got niece or nephew, isn't it? You've mentioned.
Yes. Should be finding out later today.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a girl. Like I'm going to have a niece. Girl. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, can I guess?
Yeah.
Go on then.
I'm going to say I'm going to say a boy.
Okay, I'll let you know later.
Yeah, we'll try and do an official announcement. Congratulations, Adam. Yeah, I think also it's going to be a girl. I think it's a straight through Full House on girls. Yeah. Have you enjoyed yourself on the podcast? Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes, I've loved this, and thank you very much for having me. I've had a blast. Pleasure. Yeah. Good. And before we go, do you have one more story you can share with us? One more story before we go.
PG.
Yeah.
PG. Well, we had. I'm trying to think if I've got any PG ones. I really don't think I have. I think most of them involve some form of really bad injury or like.
We've got a door hand up there.
Oh, lovely.
I tell you what, you should come on a Tuesday night on our After Dark podcast, and we can have a chat with you then, and then you might be able to tell us a few more stories that you might not be able to say on this one.
Yes. Oh, look, that's sad.
Yes. So yes, with Tuesday, we do Tuesday night After Dark. Join for that. Cool. We've got many guests, competition. I think my internet's really slow and it's missed out half a truck of what everyone's saying. So I do apologise. Also Thursdays we have more game shows. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Meg. So yeah, we're at that time. So Adam, thank you very much for coming on. Megan, well done on your first hosting show. So we're going to leave it there. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. Remember, like and subscribe to all our pages. Podcast 96 official on Instagram and TikTok, as well as YouTube and Facebook is Podcast 96. Like and subscribe. Have a lovely Sunday, whatever you are doing. Take care. There we go. Subscribe on YouTube and take care. Remember, if you're feeling a bit down, just talk to someone. But most importantly, get out and enjoy that sunshine. Ciao, bella, everybody.
Yeah.
Take care. Goodbye, everybody. Take care. Bye.